24 million acres of Australia has burned since September. That's an area larger than Portugal and more than 12 times the area that burned in California in 2018. That was the state's most destructive year for wildfires. Australia's climate has warmed by just over 1 degree Celsius since 1910, leading to an increase in the frequency of extreme heat events, according to the Australian Bureau of Meteorology's 2018 State of the Climate Report. The fires have started in different ways, but the main fuel seems to be the climate conditions, with it being their hottest and driest year on record. The fire season continues to get longer and more dangerous each year. Wildfires are a natural part of the ecosystem in Australia, but the extra heat from climate change and human activity make the fires more likely. There are about 244 species of mammals that can only be found in Australia, with it being one of the greatest biodiversity hotspots in the world. The whole concept of an ecosystem is about connectivity. Manu Saunders, an ecologist at the University of New England in Australia, says, "Across whole forests, there are millions of individuals and hundreds of different species in those forests that all rely on each other. And if you lose one, it's like a link in a chain. You then lose the others that it is connected to." As of now, 1 billion animals are estimated to be dead. Winds are even gusting up to 80 miles per hour, fanning flames and pushing heavy smoke over major cities. Smoke is an irritating pollutant that worsens respiratory illnesses and heart problems. The biggest health threat from smoke comes from fine particles, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency explains. These microscopic particles can get into your eyes and respiratory system, where they can cause health problems such as burning eyes, runny nose, and illnesses such as bronchitis. Fine particles can also aggravate chronic heart and lung diseases, and even are linked to premature deaths in people with these conditions. Here are some comparative images of Australia before and during the fires. One concern of these fires is human safety as well. States of emergency have been declared in New South Wales and Victoria, and Army Reserve troops have been called up to assist in recovery efforts. Most of the firefighters are volunteers. The pace at which the bushfires have spread and the subsequent heavy smoke have made it difficult for emergency services to access and evacuate some communities, at times forcing residents to flee to beaches and other water bodies to avoid impact and await rescue, the Red Cross reports. Power, fuel, and food supplies have been severely interrupted to some communities, and road closures have been common, the Red Cross continues. This has resulted in some communities being isolated or only accessible by air or sea, when smoke conditions allow. Also, after a major disaster, studies show about a 5 to 15% increase in mental health problems. The impacts of these devastating fires will continue to live on long after they are out. You can help too by donating to any of these organizations: Australian Red Cross, Give It, Salvation Army Australia, NSW Rural Fire Service, Port Macquarie Koala Hospital, RSPCA New South Wales, Australian Koala Foundation, Koalas in Care Incorporated, the World Wildlife Fund, and WIRES. This has been Kamryn Schoenberger for Tribe Broadcasting.